It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Hornets in Charlotte. Checking out the Hornets, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one under the win tally tonight. Both teams tonight more than capable.
Greetings, everyone, from Charlotte as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest for this Hornets home game. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. You look at the Magic, a superb ball club playing a great brand of basketball. #1 record right now in the NBA.
And you'd expect nothing less from the defending champs. They've taken every team's best shot with strength of scrutiny and approached the playoffs here with the utmost confidence.
You know, obviously, they've been in this situation before, heading toward the postseason, really trying to peak at just the right time.
Seems like most stars now want to play on Super Team, Doris, even if it means making personal sacrifices.
No doubt, and sometimes a player makes decisions. It doesn't have everything to do with money, and it doesn't have everything to do with touches. Sometimes when you get to a particular state in your career, it's about winning ultimately, and what does it take for me to get a ring? And those are the drivers of a lot of players' decision-making.
A look at the Magic starting group. We've got Thompson. Money out there with Cook. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Johnston in at the 4. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to Portland. Poked away to the paint. Here's Money. Trips down the breakaway slam.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Now here's Fultz. Drive it closer. Good D by Thompson. And it's Cook with the ball for the Magic. 4-point game over Money. Again, the Magic score.
So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
Here's Charlotte now. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Off target from 3-point range. The Magic have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And really deep through that time. 7 points for Money.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Hornets off to a slow start. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Right, there has to be some sort of consistent effort to generate quality shots. It seemed to me they thought they were going to come easily.
And now a good time to look at our power rankings through the last part of winter. Take a look at the Hornets. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And checking out the Magic, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption. Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The Magic have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Charlotte's head coach gave me a few minutes to catch up. Now they have not won yet in 2 meetings against this team, but coach says he expects a different story tonight. He expects them to attack more offensively and worry a little less about waiting for the perfect shot. We'll see if that approach lets them win this first game in the season series. Kevin?
David, thank you. They're putting the priority on offense today if everything goes according to plan.
Yeah, I mean, from the sound of it, they're not going to be using much of a shot clock here in the early going.
And why should they when they have such tremendous quick strike ability? Put pressure on the defense and keep it on.
Pass to Morris, and the turnover again by Orlando. Let's check out the NBA's best three-point threats. Dealing in money, he's absolutely deadly from outside.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Fultz kicks to Giant. Back to Fultz. And Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
It's stolen by Morris. First quarter of play, we're about 2 minutes in.
This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this quarter. He needs to keep his head up and keep working.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
That was the first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
And it's Cole missing. Orlando leading by 7. Cook kicks to Morris. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Morris has got his first basket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out for this league.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
And getting a perspective on the offensive tendencies here since the All-Star break, we've got a breakdown showing the average three-point attempts versus two-point shot attempts per game since the midway point of the season for the Hornets.
And they've been right about the middle of the pack here, not falling in love with the long-range game, but they've also been aggressive, finding shots closer to the rim.
Here's Money. Offensive rebound. Hornets trail by 7. To the inside. Here's Morris, and he lays it straight in.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Magic have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Money passes to Thompson. Here's Money, guarded by Fultz. Money, and to get open is Thompson. Off with the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Morris has got his second bucket.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Fultz. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
Here's Holland, covered by Morris. Fultz, no good.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape the win.
Well, there's no doubt. The offense looked scattered. Tons of turnovers, some of them forced, certainly, but many were not. It was made easy to defend.
Charlotte making a switch here. Peters checked in. Down low. Lee pass was put in just the right spot.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Hornets trail by 9. Poke loose. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
All right, a moment here to check out stats for Money. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. averaging 33 points, just over 6 steals, and 13 assists. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Magic leading by 7. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Brown. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. In the past, it has been suggested to us that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it's always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back to the Lakers Showtime era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, Showtime-type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression. Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
Wow. And that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team. A game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. Maybe even a question mark. It's good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And here again, the Magic in transition. Up the court they go. And Wallace throws it down.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Pass to Fultz. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fultz has got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
Brown feeling out of it. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Moment now to see the numbers for Morris. He's been more than solid over the last month. 3rd in field goal percentage, 5th in steals, and such a great distributor and decision maker among the top 10 in assists per game.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. And he hits the bucket. Morris has got 8 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Fultz dishes to Brown. Now here's Fultz. Tight defense on him. His shot's good. Brown making the play.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets it going.
And Morris throws it down.
Well, he has the frame and the aggressiveness to take on contact. Morris finishing the play and one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And here are the Hornets now, trailing by 13. Brown takes the goal. Here's Giles. He's covered by Thompson. Peters. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's inside-out basketball. Just pass out of the post to set up the jumper.
And there's the pass to Cook. Feeds to Morris. Here's Money. He's coming off an unbelievably effective scoring game. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Charlotte making the switch. Lawson's checked in. Kicks it to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Step back shot. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Lawson right side. Here is Cook, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Wasted no time on that one. Cook's got 8 points.
Guys, this is the NBA. You keep giving the ball away, you're going to get punished.
13 feet away, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And Monk is a good shooter from the mid-range. He's only going to get better the more he looks to shoot from there.
To the middle. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And Morris comes over to help. And Cole kicks to Lawson. Here's Monk. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Orlando leading by 11. Here's Money to the middle. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Thompson's got his second basket of the night. They get a hand on it. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing as well at the defensive end. And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Giles the pass to Lawson. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Money. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
And it obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
Here's Monk. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. 5th on the list, the Hornets.
Both of these teams love to feast off turnovers, and we've really seen since the midseason they've taken that aspect to a whole new level.
And Cole kicks to Monk. Lets it go from deep. It is not good. He's made half of his 6 attempts. Pass to Money. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
But it's not easy building a lead like this on the road, Greg, but they have been lights out throughout this game.
Here's Monk. And that one goes long. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They have a 19-point lead.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity. Just piling it on at this point.
You know, the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Monk hands it from downtown. Monk's got 9.
It's just solid overall instincts offensively for Monk. He knows exactly when to pull up, especially when the D isn't in his jersey. Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. It's the Magic opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
And so in the game for the Magic, He's got Morris. Cook out there with money. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Johnston in at the 4 slot.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Cole, the pass to Lewis. It's stolen. And now Orlando on the break. Here's money. Here's the lob to the hoop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage of look as you can really get.
Here's Monk. It doesn't go for him. And Orlando the other way now. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
I think they took tremendous satisfaction from that performance and ended up winning going away. So is it something they'll look to repeat tonight?
And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul. Some changes for Charlotte. Bird, he's checked in for Peters, and it's Fox in for Monk. And the Hornets call time here. A lot of responsibility, Norris, in being the focal point of an offense. The characteristics that you've seen are shared among NBA players who carry the load offensively for their teams every game.
Right. This is a great separation point to me in the NBA because there are a lot of outstanding players at the level on any given night in the NBA. But, Kevin, there is a select few players who are willing to share the lion's share of the responsibility. Men like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook. Like, you have to be prepared 82 times per year to step between the lines, shoulder the load, and sometimes when you underperform, to bear the criticism that comes with that responsibility. And Kevin, you know this. That's a select few player who's willing to absorb that.
His thoughts. And Cole kicks to Morris. Back to Cole. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark in 2 for 4.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Money. He's got 24.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Here's Cole. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And a look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for him.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Charlotte. Markelle Fultz comes in for Cole. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Fultz the pass to Fox. Morris kicks to Fultz. Off target from three-point range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Morris throws it down.
Well, this is what you like to see from Morris, being aggressive. Hammer it down with authority, big man.
Hornets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hollins checked in. Knocks it loose. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You can see how long Thompson's arms are when he goes up to finish that alley-oop.
And for the Hornets, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Morris dishes to Fultz. Noel trying to break loose. That one wide left. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Pass to Morris. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Bird. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, that's exactly how you play big inside. Take advantage of the size advantage that you have.
Brown is checked in for Fultz. The Hornets have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Money passes to Cook. Here's Money. No good off the back of the rim.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity. Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
And the wide open shot for Morris. Replayed by Bird to set it up. Morris has got 7 points in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Bird outside. He kicks it to Brown. Back to Bird. Tipped away. He dishes it to Noel. Brown outside. Doesn't go that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the shot is good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Now here's Bird. Defense right on him. Brown kicks to Bird. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That'll put Tristan Thompson on the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. The Magic have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That free throw good from Thompson.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
Fultz with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Money. Whoa!
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Broke loose. Up top, Fultz. And the Hornets miss again. And it's the Magic's ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Got that one up quick. 34 points for Money.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Morris looking over the floor. There's the pass to Hunt. Inside. Fultz, no good.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated. Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
The Magic have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
So you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
Passes it to Money. Some solid defense from Brown.
the bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him. A great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's a superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
And so it's Lawson with it, bringing it up for Charlotte. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Money passes to Morris. An emphatic LU jam.
Guys, he's got all the tools, and we're seeing it here tonight. I think Morris just wants to make sure he's consistent night in and night out, but he's rolling.
Long kicks to Fultz. And the Hornets miss again.
As off as he's been this quarter, it's not helping them to trim the deficit.
Good.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Now here's Fultz. G right on him. Lawson's against Morris. Lawson the pass to Fultz. And Charlotte turns it over again. And a quick check now. The NBA's top rebounders. You look at Money, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Orlando's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You know, he might not be the focal point on an offensive team, but Thompson knows how to get his numbers.
Charlotte's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Bounce pass from Lawson. Here's the feed to Fultz. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Money. Magic moving the ball around. Johnston passes to Money. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Pass to Giant. Trying to end the drought. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Money. He has 38 in the game. Got a hand on it.
And love how high Fultz gets on these rejections, utilizing his terrific lift to spike shots back.
The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Poked away. He swipes the ball away again. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
Nailed from 3-point land.
Boy, this guy has had a major impact on this game. The scoring he has done has propelled them to this lead.
Here's Monk. But they'll get another chance. Peters. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, a chance to check out Tristan Thompson here. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. He's averaging 14 points a game, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. Orlando's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. For Charlotte, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Both good from the line that time.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor.
Here's Money. Pass to Thompson. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. 1:21 left now here in the second.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Money, and he has 42.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
1:03 left now here in the second. And Cole kicks to Fox. That's tipped. Back to Cole, to the inside. Trying to get open is Lewis. And there's Monk on the assist from Cole. And that's 13 points for Malik Monk.
And one of the more underrated elements of his game. This is a guy that's always in control. Love seeing him finish even with the contact.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fox against Morris. Baseline J on the way. Fox, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Here's Money. Lewis grabs the board.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
Here's Monk. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet in end.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And we saw his work over the first 2 quarters, really pushing the action and consistently finding the open man.
It felt like he owned that first half because he involved his guys with his passes, found different ways to take advantage of the defense.
Markel falls out there with Monk, and it's Cole in at the small forward position. So that's the Hornets' 5. From deep three-point range, an absolute pound from three-point range. Cole's got the first basket of the third quarter for Charlotte. Here's Money. Down low. Here's Johnston. And the layup is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here's Charlotte. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And Cole kicks to Monk. Knocked loose. Pushing it up. Here's Johnston, and he steps it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Fultz. Pass to Morris. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Money.
Oh. That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Habit, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
And the pass to Cook. Magic moving the ball around. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Money, guarded by Fultz. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Money's got 46 points.
Great play calling, great execution. Leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
It's kickoff. And they're running. Jumps up. Slashes it down to finish the break.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
Passes it to Monk. Puts up a 3. No good that time. On offense, here are the Magic. Big stretch here going 10-2. Good, that's another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Well, there's no doubt this quarter has been all about them. They've come out hot, and they're not showing any signs of letting up.
Inside. Here's Fultz. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Money's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
A bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Now, here's Monk. Not a lot of room. Charlotte, no good that time either.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Now, here's Fultz, covered by Morris. Now, Fultz. 6 points for him. That's tipped, and Charlotte can't hang on to the ball. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. They'll host the Miami Heat, and then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for the matchup with the Heat, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Pass to Cole. Shot to stop the run. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Money. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Let's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for him.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Nobody has been better at clogging the passing lanes than this group. We're the tops in the league in steals since the All-Star break. Well, you look at Money, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, Tristan Thompson. He's another guy who can pick your pocket.
What a job both of them have done defensively in the open court. They've really gotten a feel for their opponents the more they see them.
Money passes to Johnston, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Charlotte Hornets. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
The first one falls. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down and they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
And we get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding? I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Here's Money. He's covered by Brown. It's stolen by Brown. For the finish. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown in transition, a phenomenal finisher on the open floor.
Here's Money. Down low, Cook. Doesn't get a good drop for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Brown the pass to Howard. Good work defensively by Morris.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Knocked away. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Inside. Here's Brown. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. 11 points for Jaylen Brown.
Boy, you can't pin their struggles today on him. He's been on fire from the field.
Here's Money. Here's Holland, covered by Morris. And here's Bird from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bird's got 6 points.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out to Morris. Here's Money. He's covered by Brown. And it's Noel with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Money. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Morris looking over the floor. Orlando with a fresh 24. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Charlotte has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And that's a foul called on Money. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Lewis kicks to Fox. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Here's Lewis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Knocks it loose. Here's another turnover by the Hornets. Orlando then gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Here's Money. Headshot off. Nice D from Bird. Knocked away. Kicks to Lewis. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Orlando's got a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. To the middle.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And it's Lawson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Pass to Peters. Back to Lawson. Charlotte moving it around. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. It's stolen by Lawson. Bird outside. He kicks to Fox. Orlando grabs the miss.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The second effort, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 10 points for him.
Well, he doesn't quit on that play. Just stays with it and gets some easy points on the putback. That's nice.
Three-pointer, Lawson. That shot off, so Orlando will take it the other way. Here's Money. Bird covering. To the paint.
You just got to love the way he moves the ball. Very unselfish.
I tell you, he's looking to set up his guys as much as possible, and you can tell his teammates really appreciate it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
For three, Lawson. Thompson with the rebound.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Lewis outside. Right wing. Another steal. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Money. Bird covering. And there it is for him. Money's got 56 points in the game.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Lawson kicks to Peters. Back to Lawson. Another steal. And again, Orlando running the court in transition.
Oh, you love to see this out of Morris. He could have easily forced up a shot, instead makes the extra pass.
1:22 left in the third. Lewis outside. There's the pass to Peters. Bird outside to stop the drought. Here's Lewis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The free throw drops for Lewis. Charlotte making a switch here. And both free throws good for Lewis. Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. 1:02 left in the third.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And here is Monk. He's got 13. Morris outside, over Thompson, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Monk. Morris has got 9.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Orlando, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. First one falls for him. Giles checked in for the Hornets. Markel Fultz comes in for Fox. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Charlotte has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half.
And you can see Fultz has the respect of the defense already. Sometimes they have to settle for whacking him on the way up.
For Charlotte, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Fultz. And so he hits both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Here's Money. Passes it to Cook. From deep. And the 3-ball is good. Cook's got 19 points.
And really the story of the half. One team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble. I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Here's Money. Makes it off the glass.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Magic as they end the third quarter on a 20-6 run. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Cook with some money out there. Marquis Morris is out there with Thompson. And it's Johnston in at the 4. Lewis misses. Orlando's gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Charlotte shooting at 36% in the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Fultz kicks to Morris. The league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year, and you know, with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. And the Hornets making a change here. Here's money. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Money's got 6 points in the quarter. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Boy, the opposition has got to feel an avalanche bearing down on them right now. They're wiping them off the floor.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Thompson. And Cole kicks to Holland. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Money for the finish. And yet another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Here's Holland. And he uses the glass on the layup. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Money. Pulls it up. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
And so it's Lawson with it, bringing it up for Charlotte. Kicks it to Cole. It's tipped. Back to Lawson. Here's Cole, covered by Morris. And Holland gets it to go.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. If you don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Here's Money, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well with the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
And that one is stuck right through.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Pass to Noel. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Noel. And that's 13 points for Jaylen Brown.
Well, this is what they love seeing from Jaylen Brown, the aggressiveness down near the cup. This guy's attitude tremendous.
And stolen by Noel. Here's Holland, covered by Morris. Lewis kicks to Holland. Back to Lewis. Ball's knocked loose. Holland the pass to Fox. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
The pass to Cook. Down low. Here's Money. And again, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Hornets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Down low, here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Out to Morris. 3-pointer on the way. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Well, Morris making things look easy right now. What a rhythm.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Passes it to Lewis. Doors with a more punitive luxury tax. Draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries, never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization, and both times those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Harry Giles is checked in for Lewis, and Monks subbed in for Brown. Peters kicks to Fox. Charlotte moving it around. Monk with the ball. Lets it go with the three. That one doesn't go. Inside, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender.
And steady from the free throw line. Morris has gotten there less since he's been shooting more threes.
Fox passes to Bird. He kicks to Monk. Well, the league taking steps towards to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And this is typical to Adam Silver. Everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
Here's Money. Another bucket. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
To the inside. Here's Bird. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And that's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Here's Money. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. The first free throw is good. Charlotte making a switch here. Hollins checked in. He doesn't get the second one. The Hornets have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Monk. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Down low. They swipe it. Here's the three. No good there.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
Yeah, they dominated that category in this one. It's reflected in the score.
Charlotte has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lets it go from deep. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. Bird's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Orlando's gotten all but one of the three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. Money passes to Morris. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, I think one of those guys you're never sure what you'll get, but Morris dialed in that time.
For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Noel finds Lawson. Now Monk. Shot from 12. That shot, no good. Here's Money. And it's Noel with the rebound. Charlotte has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Monk, no one around him. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Cook kicks to Morris. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors. Doris, had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. The success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
The shot's good for Monk.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
1:49 left in the game, and it's good, 2 points.
Boy, the defense was in perfect position, but it simply didn't matter. He's just too skilled, too good.
Tipped away. Bronson the pass to Monk. Here's Peters. Pass to Lawson. Here's Holland, covered by Morris. There's the 3. No good on that one. And Orlando the other way now.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Magic.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Money.
Boy, I have loved this guy's energy all night. There was never a point in which he let up. The triple-double evidence of the kind of effort and skill he has.
Can't hit the free throw line jump. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Monk kicks to Giles. Here's Holland. It's off. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.